Okay, guys, I'm gonna give you my quick breakdown as usual, and guys, give me a thumbs up. Make sure the sound is good. I'm gonna give you guys my breakdown as usual, and then I'm gonna go to comments and questions. Okay, guys, I have it like everybody else. I think Chimaev is gonna win this fight. Why? I love that it's 5 rounds for Diaz. Of course, if it was 3 rounds, I think we all know he's a bit of a slow starter. He has his best rounds late in the fight. He's just hard to kill, hard to put away. And we saw his fight with Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards was happy to hear that final bell. Nate Diaz put it on him late. He put it on McGregor late. He always does well in the later rounds. However, Chimaev does so well in the early rounds. I think he does so well. He starts so hard, so fast. We saw his fight with Gilbert Burns. He was all over Gilbert Burns from round one. Now, I rewatched that fight before this breakdown just to refresh my memory. I gave round one to Chimaev, round 2 to Gilbert Burns, and round 3 to Chimaev. So what does that mean? Chimaev, he has a second wind. Yeah, he clips guys in round 1. He smashes guys in round 1. In round 3, he came back strong. He outworked Gilbert Burns, a veteran, somebody who's been around a long time, who's really known for having great conditioning. Yes, there was a lull in round 2. He got knocked down. He got hurt. He looked more and more human in round 2. He looked more and more beatable in round 2, I should say. However, he had a good comeback in round 3. He had a very good comeback. So not only is he a strong starter, he's bigger than Diaz. Martial arts experience, I would say he's been wrestling his entire life. He even has more long-term martial arts experience. Not MMA fights, of course. Diaz has a lot more MMA fights. But, you're wrestling since you're 5 years old. Diaz started a little bit later in life. He started in The Ultimate Fighter. He's had his whole career pretty much in UFC. He's never fought outside UFC. But he started a little bit later. He didn't grow up with the wrestling. Chimaev grew up in wrestling. He grew up fighting. And he's going to start strong, and he has a second win. I think he's going to be able to get the job done. Now, I'm not giving this like an 80-20. No. Diaz is dangerous. This is a 5-rounder. I think the fight is going to be more like a 60-40 Chimaev. Okay, now it could be a blowout. He might take Diaz down. And, one reason I have a major doubt for Diaz is because I heard a soundbite of him saying, I've given up getting ready. Just beat me. Now, maybe he's just saying that. Maybe he's talking. Maybe he's just, talking smack. However, if it's true that he didn't prepare, I mean, if he, sometimes you see fighters get a lot of success, and Nate Diaz is very, very successful. After his win over McGregor, his fame exploded. Okay, he became, everybody knows him. Everybody I go to, people who don't watch MMA ask me about him. What about that guy, the Diaz guy? After he beat McGregor, he became so famous. I'm telling you, people who don't even watch MMA knew about the guy. Just because it was such an incredible fight, just because it was such a crazy story, a guy who was supposed to go in there and get killed ends up beating the so-called best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. The biggest, most hyped-up fighter in the world loses. It was kind of reminiscent of when Tyson lost to Buster Douglas. Now, Diaz, we all know, look, he's incredible. He's an incredible fighter. However, he's just a slow starter. He's gonna lose the first 3 rounds. I think he's gonna have trouble, major trouble in the first 3 rounds, and he might even get stopped if he's not taking this fight ultra seriously. If he's not fully preparing for Chimaev, he's gonna get smoked. He's gonna get crushed. It's gonna be a very short affair. Now, I'm gonna give Diaz the benefit of the doubt, and imagine he's preparing his uppermost. He has a chance to win. Let me tell you how he has a chance to win. Diaz has a very, very good guillotine. Now, I don't think he can get it early on Chimaev. I think Chimaev's had a lot of guys try to squeeze his neck and put him out. When you wrestle, when you shoot in the practice room, people always try to guillotine. However, later in the fight, we saw Chimaev slow down against Burn. We saw Chimaev get tired. If that happens during the match, if that happens during his fight with Diaz, if Diaz hurts him a little bit standing, and Chimaev shoots. What happened when he fought Gilbert Burns? When he fought Gilbert Burns, in round 2, he got dropped. He got hit hard. What did he do? What did Chimaev do? He did what he does best. He went back to his most trusted art, which is wrestling. He got hurt. He got stunned. He got dropped. He hit the mat. He got up and he shoots immediately. He's going to shoot. Whenever he gets in trouble, he's going to shoot. What happened to McGregor when he shot in on Diaz? He got sprawled out on. He got taken, his back taken, got mounted. I don't think that's going to happen too much with Chimaev, but I think the guillotine in that kind of state, if he's hurt, if he's busted up, if Diaz is putting the cardio on him, because we all know Diaz has incredible cardio and those choppy punches, those high volume punches, he can possibly outwork Chimaev. Now, I don't think this is going to happen. This is the one way I think he can win. He can outvolume him in the later rounds and also maybe a guillotine. I don't see him taking Chimaev's back and holding it and choking him. I just don't see it. I don't see him mounting him and doing an armbar. I don't see it. Leg lock, no way. You know, what way can he get the sub? I think there's only one possible sub, and the rest would have to be Nate Diaz somehow, some way squeezing out 3 rounds, which I don't think is going to happen. He's not going to be able to squeeze out 3 rounds. Even if you started him on top of Chimaev, Chimaev's too big, too strong, too athletic, too much in the prime of his career to be pinned. I don't think he'll be able to pin Chimaev. So it's going to come down to striking and Chimaev's top game. I think he has too much an advantage, guys. I'm giving it 60-40. I'm curious to see the odds. Actually, I want to go look at the odds real quick here. Let's see. Chimaev. Let me look at the odds real quick here at Diaz. Let's see what are the odds. I'm giving it 60-40. Let's see here. Let's put in odds. All right, let's see the odds here. I'm looking at the odds. Chimaev is, where are the lines here? Minus 1,100. Wow, that is massive. He is minus 1,100. Guys, I was expecting like minus 500. Chimaev is a minus 1,100. That is insane. I can't remember. I can't remember who has been a minus 1,000. Like, I remember when George fought Hardy, he was a minus 500, and I thought that was a little low. I thought he should have been a minus like 700. You know, Hardy's great, but you know, I don't think he could stop George's takedowns. This is insane. This is an insane. The odds are insane. Okay, well, I'll tell you, the odds makers think Diaz is going to get beat a lot worse than I think he is. I do think he gets beat. It's just not going to be easy. Diaz is more dangerous. He's got the cardio. He's got the toughness. Look, guys, Chimaev has more punching power. Chimaev has more punching power, but Diaz can take more shots. Can Diaz put it on him with the hands? Yeah, he could, but can he hurt Chimaev? Does he have the power to hurt Chimaev? That's what I doubt. He might outstrike Chimaev here and there. He might even get the higher stats. Like if you look at Gilbert Burns landed more strikes in round 2, but he still came back with the wrestling, the takedown, the pressure. I just think Chimaev is too great of an athlete, guys. I'm giving it to Chimaev. Okay, guys, with that said, let's hear your comments and questions on this fight, and then let's move on. I want to talk about Abu Dhabi. The next Abu Dhabi, ADCC. I'm super excited about this. I think this is the most stacked ADCC ever. I don't think there's ever been a more stacked ADCC. But guys, by the way, I have a promo code on jujiclub.com, ADCC25. Get 25% off your order. It's celebrating this great event. Super excited and super hyped up over the next Abu Dhabi. I can't wait to watch it. Absolutely psyched about it. Okay, guys, what else we got here? Odds are crazy high for Chimaev. Yes, I saw that. I'm super surprised. Okay, what else we got here? Dan Hooker KO'd Gilbert Burns. That's from Charlie Kennedy. That is true. Look. Usman finished Gilbert Burns. Hooker finished him at 155. There was another Russian wrestler who beat Gilbert Burns. Put it on him but didn't finish him. I think he did more damage than Chimaev. Yeah, there are some guys who beat Gilbert Burns more than Chimaev beat Gilbert, okay? But that doesn't mean anything. Gilbert's got a lot better. He's gotten a lot better. He's learned from those losses. Look, Gilbert Burns went a lot further than Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker beat him and never got to a title fight. Gilbert Burns goes all the way to a title fight. Yeah, he loses his title fight against Usman. However, he got all the way to a title fight. He was ranked number 2 or I think it was ranked number 2 or number 1. Actually, maybe number 2 after Kobe. So I mean, he went up higher in the ranks, whereas Dan Hooker, he had a slide. He lost. He lost a few fights now, and he slid. He went down to 145. Didn't do well. I'm sure he'll come back. I'm sure he's going to do great things in the future. However, just because somebody beat you years ago doesn't mean he's a better fighter. Things change. Fighters go back to the drawing board. Gilbert Burns is a totally different fighter than when he fought Dan Hooker. Islam made Hooker look like a rookie. That's from MNKJR. Yeah, he did dominate him, but, Islam Makhachev is a very special fighter. We're talking about, in my opinion, he's the uncrowned champion. I've said this many times. I may do a breakdown of him and Oliveira soon. However, I do think he beats Oliveira and becomes the top 155er for a very long time. I think he does incredible things at 155. Coach, what do you think Nate Diaz will go down like? Coach, do you think Nate Diaz will go down like Luke Rockhold? That's from Rid S. Do you think, he's going to have a series of losses? I don't think so. I think if he loses this fight or wins this fight, I think he's jumping ship. I don't think he's going to be with UFC anymore. But you know what? If somehow he wins this fight, which is not impossible. Think about it, guys. He almost beat Leon Edwards in the 5th and final round. He won that round, obviously, but he almost finished Leon Edwards. It was not out of the realm of possibility that he finishes Leon Edwards. And Leon Edwards is the champion now. Can we say that he has no chance of winning? No. Diaz is extremely dangerous. He's super experienced. I think that if he prepared and he really wants this fight, if he's willing to put it on the line like he always does, I think he can surprise the world. He did it against McGregor. We all said when he fought McGregor, he's going to lose. Everybody. I wonder what the odds were. Let me look up the odds versus McGregor versus Diaz 1 odds. Let me look that up. McGregor versus Diaz odds. What did they open up at? I think the odds were probably great. I bet you there was so much hype around McGregor at that time. It might have even been worse. Not the rematch. The rematch was probably like 50-50. Okay, let's see here. Is this fight 1? Okay, look at this. No, I'm wrong here. What date is this? Hold on. Is this for the rematch? McGregor was a minus 425. Minus 425. Hold on, let me see here. Okay, let's see here. I'm surprised McGregor wasn't more. Diaz a plus 100. Hold on, let's see here. Anyways, we all said he was going to lose. He ends up winning. Now, we weren't wrong because you guys remember McGregor-Diaz fight, round 1. They could have stopped it. Nobody would have complained. Diaz was taking a horrible beating. The first half of round 2, Diaz taking a horrible beating. Getting dropped again and again. Comes back to land a 1-2. We all remember what happened after that. He ends up choking out McGregor in one of the most stunning fights. One of the most stunning fights in UFC history. Okay, here, let's go. 196, McGregor, heavy favorite. Let's see here. McGregor, 380 and 400. So I don't know if the odds shifted later on, but I think he opened up at 425. In UFC 196, he opened up 425. I would have thought he opened up at least minus 700. But then again, it might not have been the opening line. Okay, guys, we all thought he was going to lose against McGregor. We got shocked. Now he's fighting an even bigger, more, just a freakier athlete, a huge guy. McGregor, a natural 155er, 145er, once upon a time, now a 155er at 170 with a, I don't know how Khamzat, I've met Khamzat once. I know there's a lot of hype around this guy that he creates a lot of beef off camera. With me, he was super nice, said hello, was super cordial, sweet, kind, friendly, gave me a smile, said hello, shook my hand, asked me how I was. Very, very nice to me. I have no issues. But I'll tell you something, guys. He looked like a tower of muscle. When I met him in person, I was like, wow, man, this guy's a freaky athlete, man. He's in shape. He's long. He's lanky. He's chiseled, man. He has not an ounce of fat on him. He's like, He's a monster, man. We see him in person. Like, this guy's could be a middleweight. I don't know how if he makes weight easy or not. I have no idea. But the guy is a massive welterweight. Like, he's huge. He's such an athlete. He has such an athletic presence. The guy's a beast, man. I just don't see that Diaz can match that athleticism at all.